Hello lovers, welcome to the Butterfly Effect podcast hosted by myself, Lauren Amy. This is for those who are ready to take up space, who are living a soft life loudly and are ready to savor the sweetness in each moment. Here we're going to embrace transformation, the beauty of the in-between and the magic of becoming. So pull up a seat and listen in because life is delicious and it's about goddamn time we eat it up. Stunners, welcome to part 2 of my Prague solo adventure. Wake up with me on my birthday, turning 31, and then I'm going to take you with me as I head to my first ever naked spa experience, also heading out for a solo birthday meal out, and then my final few hours in Prague, which end up being the most serendipitous hours of them all. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you at the end. It's my birthday! Oh, happy birthday, me. I've actually been up for like a good few hours. I woke up with a jolt being like, oh my God, it's my birthday. Even though it was well into my birthday by the time I got to bed last night. But just feeling very calm and content, I think. I'm trying to think back to how I felt turning 30 in Milan last year. Yeah, again, I just remember feeling really good, like all the messages coming through. And then I remember that day wandering around Milan. It was a gorgeous day, so sunny, and I was walking down the canal and I was feeling just so happy. I think because I've done this before, today is obviously just it's still lovely. I'm still so happy, but maybe it's not the overwhelming joy that I had last year. I don't know, but I say I'm not complaining. I'm still so happy. I have my cup of tea to soothe my slightly jaded, weary soul from last night, but I'm not hungover. I actually think those cocktails did nothing, really. You know when you sometimes drink and, it just, nothing hits, really? Which, fine, I'll take that as a win. Anyway, I thought it would be cute to sit and open some cards from this delightfully large bed. Oh, everyone's being so kind. Okay. Ooh, this is the best thing. If I didn't have cards to open, I mean, maybe it would have been fine, but it just, it feels so nice to have physical cards to open on my birthday. This one, I know who it's from. It's from a date that unfortunately won't be going any further. But on our second date, he brought me a card, which is really, really sweet. I hope he's not written lots of words in there. It's got butterflies. That's actually so sweet. Did I tell him? I must have told him about butterflies. Have a great time in Prague. Oh, that's so nice. I'm going to have to pop him a message. He's a lovely guy. It's a shame that it won't be going any further, but I'm going to save that one till last because that's from my mama and papa. Happy birthday. I also posted my birthday reel this morning. I love making reels. I love making reels. Sometimes I think about it, it's almost like making mini music videos, and I love that for me. Oh, it's Phoebe and George. We hope this year ahead is even more fabulous than the last. Continue to thrive and soar, you queen. So proud of everything you've accomplished. You inspire me so much. Oh, so grateful to have you in my life and that we continue to be so close after so many years. Love you so much, Loz. Phoebe and George. My babies. Cute. Oh, it's got a butterfly in the center. Oh, it's got butterflies on the front as well. I didn't realise. Wow. Everyone's so sweet. Okay, so the plan for today, I've got a bit of time and I purposely plan to have a bit of time. I've got a few hours where I might do some shopping. I've spotted a Mango, I've spotted a Zara, and then I'm off to a spa, but not just any spa, a nudist spa. I've booked myself a massage at 2 o'clock this afternoon, which again is very exciting. Do I have to be naked for the massage, however? That's different. I have no idea what to expect here. I did bring a swimming costume just in case, because also I don't want to get there and think everyone's going to be naked and then everyone's not naked. So I don't know. We'll see. Probably not going to be able to take too much footage in the sauna, because that would be very weird if everyone is naked and I'm just there like with a camera. So yeah, very cool. That's my day ahead. Wish me luck for the nudist spa. I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. Like, what better way to celebrate my birthday than in my birthday suit? You know what I mean? But yeah, for the most part, on my 31st birthday, I am feeling calm, happy, like this quiet sense of joy. I'm in Prague. Like, again, I'm here. I've made this happen. And I so nearly didn't. At no point does it cross my mind like, I'm alone. At no point have I felt lonely. At no point have I felt like, oh, I wish I could share this with someone. Like, it's almost better that I can like share this just with myself. It's all for myself. And I was actually thinking this whilst I was at the bar last night. You know, there was quite a few couples around me, but most of the time they weren't even speaking to each other. And I'm having more fun on my own with these barmen than people are in couples around me, and I think that's saying something. I'm able to create my own fun. Like, I know for sure that pretty much wherever I am, I'm able to have a good time. I'm able to make good out of whatever situation, you know? And I think it comes back to what I was saying the other day, you know, like, my own headspace is a pretty nice place to be. It's a very wholesome, safe, calming place to be. Yeah, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Would I like to have someone else with me right now? I don't know, it'd just be very different. In the meantime, I'm just going to continue exploring, continue creating these opportunities for myself. Let's head out on the town, do some shopping. It looks like a bit of a grey day, but that's okay. I'm here to bring enough sunshine for everyone. Yeah, do some shopping, then head to the spa. Yay! Okay, here she is, good to go. Not gonna lie, I am feeling somewhat tired. I think last night's escapades are catching up with me slightly, but it's okay. We've got another lovely little fit on the go. These trousers were a bit of a wild card. Not everyone's gonna like them, but I love them. Got a lovely little massage booked at 2, and I'm so excited. I'm literally gonna walk in and be like, please touch my entire body. Wait. Please soothe my weary bones in a non-weird way. And once again, I will document everything as best as I can, so come along with me. You're joining me for my birthday day out in Prague. I have come across a slight hurdle in that it's raining quite badly. So this is the courtyard. I did sense this would happen. Thank you, Little, for saving my life today. Well, saving the life of my pink hair. That could have been a real catastrophe. This grey coat would no longer be grey. I really like it. God damn it. Okay, Mango have a lot of nice things in right now. Also, the size of this changing room is perfect. So much room for activities. There are some gorgeous pieces here. I can send these to my mother for wish list ideas for Christmas. Who knows, if Mumsy wants to treat me, that might be nice. And definitely rule these ones out. These I enjoy a lot. I feel like Catwoman in these. No, that's devastating. My anklet's broken. Okay, these I love, although I've not checked the price of them yet. But I might take these home with me. I could wear them for yoga. I could definitely yoga in these. Yeah. I adore this. I don't love this as much as I thought I would. I think it's a bit too oversized. So I need to head to the spa for my massage now. I'll be pleased to get out of this rain and into a nice warm sauna. I'll keep you posted as best as I can. It's at this point that I start to freak out a little. I've just seen a sign for Sauna Club, and I'm going to Sauna Central. From what I've read online, Sauna Club is a very different kind of club. I've just walked past it.
It's not giving relaxation and wellness. It's giving disco and debauchery. Okay, this is far more promising. Okay, so far I'm the only one here. I've been given my towel and my sheet. Apparently that's all I meant to wear. Yeah, I need to head upstairs for my massage. I've got like 10 minutes, so I need to get going, but so far it looks beautiful. Okay, I am as naked as the day I was when I first entered this earth. I wasn't sure what to do with the sheet, so I've just done this situation. I don't know if that's right. I'm gonna go for my massage now. Wish me luck. I'll see you on the other side. Boy, oh boy, do we need to have a debrief. For the most part, well, lovely spa, a lovely sauna. I've enjoyed my time. I need to head on out of here because I still need to take myself out for a birthday meal. So I'm gonna head out. Then we'll have a debrief. Here's a little preview of the changing rooms, however. Literally, even in the rain, this city is just so beautiful. I'm having a real romanticize my life moment. Just dancing in the rain. Okay, honeys, we are back in the apartment, and as you can see, I'm already showered and dressed, ready to head back out again. My goodness. As you guys know, I found my way there eventually, and as you walk in, it looks beautiful. It does look quite nice. They kind of told me where to go, and they explicitly say to you, no clothes, like no swimsuit, nothing underneath, just the sheet, and here's a towel. I'm like, okay, cool. The internet does not lie. Okay, so, right, we're prepared for this. So fine. That moment when I first walked into the dressing rooms and I'm like, oh God, okay, this is it. I've just got to take all my clothes off and just hope for the best, really. The sheet they give you, it's literally like a cotton bed sheet. It's huge. I'm like, what do I do with this? Do I just keep wrapping it around myself? And that's essentially what I did. And what's funny is like you realize when you first come out of the dressing room, you have that sheet tightly wrapped around you. And then as you start to get more comfortable, that sheet gets looser and looser. Like that was hanging off me by the end of it, you know? You really stop caring. So anyway, got over myself, got in the nunny. They said head upstairs for the massage. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm naked as a baby. I've got my sheet wrapped around me. I've got my towel, and I make my way upstairs, and they said like by the bar, and I'm heading up these stairs and I'm like, I'm seeing no signs for a bar. I'm just seeing signs for like rooms. These rooms also look creepy AF. Like I don't think I'd stay in any of those rooms. I mean, they might look nicer on the inside, but the outside was given terrifying. So I go all the way up to the top of these stairs. I'm just in a sheet. I'm wandering around being like, where the fuck am I meant to be going? Anyway, turns out I was in the completely wrong place. I had to go back downstairs and then like poke my head out. Bear in mind, like the street is just there. So I had to poke my head out like, sorry, excuse me, where am I meant to go? And so I think I was a bit late for my massage. I must have been because the guy was there waiting for me. And that's another thing. A guy was not expecting a man. Don't know why. I just kind of assumed it would be a woman. This lovely receptionist takes me to where I'm actually supposed to be after I've just been wandering up and down these stairs, literally just naked. Not a stitch of clothing on my body apart from this sheet that I've tightly wrapped around me. Anyway, the masseur, I don't know which one, is waiting for me, and he takes me through to this room and basically says, okay, lie down. There's no preamble. Lie down. I'm like, yes, sir. Like face down. You know, sometimes they might want you to start face up. But he's like, no, face down. Nothing. Like take everything off. And I'm like, okay, do you want me to have something covering over me? And he was like, use the sheet. And I was like, okay. So at this point, I'm like, I'm already in. I'm in the room. He's like, I'm going to give you a couple mins. And I was like, there's no point giving me any mins. I'm already naked. I just need to unravel the sheet from me. And then there's everything. So anyway, I lie face down on this couch, and I get as comfortable as possible when you know you are naked and there's a man about to enter the room. He comes back in and I, as requested, face down, cover myself with a towel. He then starts asking, you know, what's what areas I would like to focus on. Now, I've booked 60 minutes and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to go full body. But when you say full body when you're naked, it just sounds a bit weird. So he's like, okay. And I said, can you pay particular attention to my lower back and my shoulders? He's like, say less, I got you. He was like, did you want relaxing or do you want a bit more like firm, a bit more like a sports massage? I'm like, you know what, sports. That may have been a mistake. Anytime I've been for a massage in the past, it's been with a woman, and not to generalize, but women can be very strong. But this guy, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna end up with bruises. He pulls back the towel and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's literally half my ass out then. Okay, right, this is where we're at. He's fully seeing my ass crack. Lovely. And I'm lying there trying so hard not to chuckle, to like keep it in and relax into this, because you know this is a lovely birthday treat I've bought for myself. Like, I'm going to enjoy it. He starts doing my neck and shoulders, and it's lovely, but it's firm, right? He is using all his strength. It's almost like he's trying to flatten me like a piece of paper. You know when you're trying to smooth the creases out of a piece of paper? I'm like, oh my God. Then he starts coming around to my lower back. He just pulls the sheet clean off my ass. I am bare as anything. When he pulled the towel like half down, I thought that was it. I was wrong. He revealed my entire derriere and then proceeded to massage it, which I'm not gonna lie, was quite lovely. At one point, he was kind of telling me like, just relax. And I'm like, good sir, I am naked as the day I came in on this earth. You have your elbow pressing so firmly into my gluteus maximus right now. I'm not entirely sure if I'm enjoying it. And you are telling me to relax? Anyway, the massage continues. He goes back up to like either side of my spine, and it's quite nice. It's lovely. He's doing some things that I'm not entirely sure what they were meant to be doing, but then he's doing other stuff where I'm like, yes, that's good, you know what I mean? But then at one point, took me completely by surprise, this man starts to like jab at me like he's dicing me like I'm an onion. He's like dicing me up, ready to put me in a stew or something. Again, no pre-warning. I'm like, okay, cool. This is what's happening. I'm getting fondled and slapped at the same time. He does the same thing on the other side. Thankfully, this time I'm, a bit more ready for it, I guess, if you can ever be ready to be diced up like an onion. Then he goes down to my legs. So he's then pulls the sheet up to reveal my legs. I thought it would stop, like just under like your bum crease. No. Again, half my ass is out again. He covered it up very briefly just to reveal it the other way around. Obviously from that angle, when you're looking like feet end upwards, he can probably see my nunny. But anyway, he then started massaging my feet. Lovely, delightful, came into my calves. He actually held my feet in a real loving way, and I don't know what it is about that, but when someone holds my foot, it's very down-regulating for me. So then I was able to relax quite well. Anyway, it was a lovely massage for my feet, my legs, up to my thigh. And I was like, be mindful how high your hands are going, good sir. This is not that kind of establishment. I booked Sauna Central, not Sauna Club. I made sure that I was in the right place. Then I have no concept of time. I have no idea how much time has passed. I'm not gonna lie, I think I dissociated a little bit at some point. I don't even remember what he looked like. I think I was just so flustered and aware of the fact that I was naked and this man was about to put his hands on my body. That hour, I lost sense of all meaning and of all time. But when it came to end the massage, he then gets right up close into my ear and is like, thank you very much. And again, I'm startled. I'm like, oh, you're welcome. No, thank you. And I can't even say it. I lift my head up from the little hole where my face has just been buried into. And thank goodness I was face down, because I would have been pulling some weird facial expressions at some points. But I slowly look up and he looks at me and he's like, oh, and he hands me a tissue. And I still had some mascara on. You can see that it's just It's like smeared down here, and it's like under my eyes, on my cheek. It's not giving a good look. And he was startled. He was like, "Oh no." Okay, thank you. I'm all right. Fine. After that delightful massage, I then was able to use the sauna. And this was a confusing thing because I thought I would still have to pay for the sauna. I paid for the massage and booked that in advance. But you don't book the sauna in advance, you just turn up. So when I arrived for my massage, I was like, can I use the sauna and everything after my massage? And they were like, yeah, sure, it's fine, go ahead. And I was like, lovely. Again, everyone's naked. Like, people are wrapped in sheets, but you see the odd boobs, bum, many a willy. I actually don't think I've seen that many willies in one space before, but sure. I mean, you just start to relax into it a little bit more. No one really cares. I say, first time I've received a massage from a guy and it's not had a happy ending at the end. Actually, no, that's a lie. The guy has had a happy ending, I probably haven't. I'm going to finish getting ready. I am going to head out. It's my last night here in Prague, and whilst I could so easily stay in and sleep because I'm so tired, it's my birthday and I'm gonna get out there. So let's go. Okay, I am drastically running behind schedule, but I am now ready to head out for my birthday meal. Let's go. Here is the fit. Save the best till last. Yay! And I feel ready to go. Yay! This has been such a delightful birthday. And it's not over yet. Let's go! Bye, thank you so much. Bye. And just like that, she is home again. Sorry, I'm just taking my boots off. I will be so pleased to not see these boots for a long time when I get home. God, after spending like 90% of your life, well, 95, 99, the majority of your time barefoot, and then having to have your feet encased in boots is a tough ask. But I just had a gorgeous meal. I can't remember the name of the restaurant. Oh, the La Piccolo Pearl or something like that. Nice little Italian restaurant. It took me a few moments to kind of decide where I was going because I had no plan. I literally walked out the front door and I was like, I don't even know where I'm heading. But Italian is kind of safe. You can play safe with Italian. This is so if you're going for a meal out on your own, just play it safe. Know a cuisine that you like. Don't feel as you have to go to like local cuisines and like try everything out here. Like, you can, but it doesn't matter, especially if you haven't done many solo trips or you're fairly new to it. Yeah, just stick to what you know, because the fact that you're in a completely different country is a lot in itself, okay? So yeah, just went to a nice Italian. Now, before I left, I recorded a podcast episode here, right? And I'm looking forward to editing it and publishing it when I get back. Although I'm a little bit nervous for it because I was feeling so tired before I left. So I'm wondering where my energy is at in there, but we'll see. We'll see. Trust the process. But I had this question in the podcast saying, were you nervous or anxious before your first solo trip? And I was talking about how I obviously last year did Milan. That was my first solo trip abroad for my birthday. And then obviously this year it's my second solo trip abroad. And I was comparing the two, like whether I was nervous last year and whether I was nervous this year. And honestly, I can't really remember being nervous for Milan last year. I just remember being so excited and just feeling like almost an overwhelming sense of joy as I was wandering throughout Milan on my birthday. Like, that was a moment that really hit home. And then asking that question today, I was like, have I felt nervous for this trip at all? And honestly, I think no, there might have been like small moments where I've been a bit like, oh, not too sure about this. But they are so small that as soon as the moment passes, it's gone. Like, I forget about it. I forget that I might have been like nervous. I forget that I might have been unsure, uncertain, you know? So going out for the meal this evening was just so easy. I didn't even think about it. I just found a place that I wanted to go to, took myself there. And, you know, sometimes it's a bit scary, or it might seem a bit scary asking for a table for one. But I was like, have you got space for one? And they were quite busy. And he was looking around, he was like, I'm in an hour. And I was like, it's okay if you don't. Like, I'll go to another place, it's fine. And he was like, no. And that's the good thing about going for meals out on your own, because they can always make space for you. You are one person. And they will pretty much always make space for you. And again, that's lovely in itself. And then as I was sat there, obviously I'm taking bits of content for you guys. I'm recording bits here and there. And people are obviously looking, but like, I don't really care. And I think this is different this year because I've got this camera. Okay, it's obvious that I'm doing something, it's obvious that I'm filming, and you know, maybe for my benefit it's keeping me busy, you know, look busy, therefore you don't look awkward. But I didn't feel awkward either way, you know. Sometimes it's awkward pulling out the camera and being seen filming, because then maybe it draws more awareness to yourself or draws more attention to yourself. But I was thinking there, like, all these people are interested in me, right? And bear with me with this, okay? All these people sat around me, because I'm getting a few looks here and there, are interested in me. And that could be for a couple of reasons. It could be because I'm here on my own. It could be I've got half pink hair. And sometimes I forget that, and then I look down and I was like, oh, maybe that's why they're looking, because I've got bright pink hair. Or is it because I'm filming, okay? It might be all three of these things, right? So whilst I'm interesting to them, the people around me, I'm sorry to say, they are not interesting to me. So why does it matter? Why should I care? And I don't really. I'm there to have a nice meal out. I'm there to celebrate my birthday. Really, you guys all around me, you're here celebrating with me, okay? Whether you know it or not. And I think there was a couple next to me. So the restaurant I was in, the tables, they're quite compact. So, and that was, again, maybe a little bit daunting. I was like, how's this going to feel? But just roll with it. Just go with it. And there was a couple next to me. They joined like after I sat down. They were giving me a few glances. And they were looking at my camera, and they must have been talking about it because they were obviously talking in a different language that I didn't understand. But the woman, she was sat across me, and she was really smiley towards me. And I like to think that she was thinking, go girl, you know, like, look at you, this is amazing, you know. Or maybe she has a daughter, maybe she's thinking like, God, I'd love for my daughter to be brave enough to do something like this. I could be putting thoughts into that woman's head, like she might have been thinking something else entirely, but I like to think they were the thoughts that crossed her mind, you know. And like I said earlier, anytime I have pushed myself past or pushed myself out of my comfort zone or beyond that tingling a bit of nervousness or anxiety, I've always been rewarded. And I want to say he was the owner. He might not have been, but he clocked that I was filming. He came over and he was like, oh, are we going to end up famous? Are you going to post us? And I was like, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Stranger things have happened, right? But they were so lovely to me. They were so nice, more than willing to cater for me and just make sure I was having a lovely time. And I did have a lovely time. It is now, God, it's nearly 11. I now cannot wait to get cozy in that bed, listen to my audiobook, and just wind down and have a real restful night's sleep. I had such a lovely time, again, just with my own company. The meal was gorgeous. That tiramisu at the end slapped. And also what's beautiful is that as I sat down at the table, I messaged my family saying like, oh, I found a cute restaurant for my birthday meal. My brother messages me and he says, buy yourself a cocktail and I'll pay the bill for it. How nice is that? And I felt myself getting like a little bit emotional because I was just like, that's so lovely. Like, you don't have to do that. It's such simple things like that. Like when you're out and you're doing something on your own, it just reminds you that you're doing a good thing. Or I wondered when I was actually going to get emotional during this. Maybe this is the moment. Yeah. I'm happy crying, I promise. Ooh. It's like reminding me that there's people back home who are rooting for me. I've done a good thing. I've done a great thing. I've done a really empowering thing. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I did this. I've had such an amazing time. Part of me doesn't want to go home, but also I'm so excited to go home and, you know, be able to share this and edit this vlog, put it all together and post it. People are so nice. I'm pretty sure I've said this before as well, but when you're on your own, you just make so many more authentic connections. Like the owner today, the bartender yesterday, the man in Lidl asking for coffee pots. Connections are like always there to be found. You just never know where. And again, not once have I felt on my own because again, there's people rooting for me. I was having a little DM exchange whilst I was having my meal as well from a gorgeous girl I know who's had a really hard hand dealt to her recently. She was asking me about my experience with my breakup and all that. She was asking me questions that were causing me to think about things and how my life has unfolded over the past 2 years. It's just a reminder that people are always going through something. There's always going to be someone needing a little spark of inspiration, a little pick-me-up to feel like someone is rooting for them. So the fact that people have been rooting for me allows me to be that person and root for others and inspire others, at least I hope. I said to this girl, like, this metamorphosis is going to be your greatest yet. And I believe that wholeheartedly. You know what's just dawned on me as well? This might be the most loved I've ever felt. And I'm here on my own, but I feel so much love. That's powerful. Every person that has messaged me, wishing me a happy birthday, every DM, every comment, every kind gesture, every smile, I feel so full of love right now. This has been 13, nearly 14 minutes of me just blubbering. I'm gonna do what I set out to do. Because I always do what I set out to do. I'm gonna get cozy. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook. I'm gonna bring this day to a close. Beautiful birthday. I'm probably gonna cry some more off camera. But I'm laughing at the same time, so it's a good thing. These are happy tears, I promise. Sorry, one more thing that I've just thought of. Last year when I turned 30, you know when people say about the 30s, you know, 30, flirty and thriving, you know? And I decided to change that to 30, fierce and free. I feel like I need to create another one for 31. 31, we're not quite done. Does that work? 31, and we're not yet done. Because there is so much more to come. Oh my God, that keeps on rhyming. 31, not yet done. There is so much more to come. I'm gonna cry again. Take yourself for a solo trip. Not just because it's your birthday, just because solo trips, man, they do things to you. They do things for you. Happy birthday. It's 11:11. No, it's 11:11. No, it's not. I need to go to bed. I need to stop finding more excuses and more reasons to cry. This has now been 18 minutes. Oh, good night, world. I will see you tomorrow for my final few hours in this beautiful city. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good morning. Before we know it, it is the last morning, last few hours in Prague. I'm just sat having like a cozy little moment to myself. I don't need to be checked out of this place until midday, but I probably will end up leaving earlier. I don't need to be at the airport until like 4:30, so I've got time. Pleased about that. It means I get to have a lazy mooch. Obviously get my magnet as per tradition, and then yeah, just take any final little bits in really. Yeah, I've just been kind of like lazily getting ready, gathering all my bits and bobs, tidying up. I need to rearrange the furniture and put it back how it was when I arrived at. This space is just so beautiful. I want to do like a
a post just about these apartments because I didn't know these were a thing. Yeah, I would highly recommend these to everyone. But yeah, feeling good, feeling content, feeling fulfilled, feeling very tired. Like I am looking forward to being home this evening. Seems so far away, but it is going to be nice to be back in my own space. But I will be very sad to leave Prague. This city, I've said it so many times, it's just so beautiful. And it's so quiet. Like I'm in like the old town centre pretty much. And it's just so quiet here. My work brain is starting to switch back on. How do I teach yoga again? How do I do that? How do I show up in a space full of yogis and say, right, we're going to do downward facing dog after having this gorgeous experience, you know? But it's going to be nice to see everyone. I'm looking forward to it. And it's going to be nice to get back into routine. It's also going to be nice to look over this whole wealth of footage that I've collected, and hopefully it makes sense, and hopefully I'm able to put together in a full vlog. Fingers crossed. So yes, let's spend the last few hours together in Prague, take it all in, soak it all up. So if I don't see you after this, thank you so much for rooting for me whilst I've been gallivanting, dilly-dallying, frolicking to my heart's content. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Stay tuned for the next one, I guess. What's going to be my next adventure, do we think? I have a few ideas. I hope you've enjoyed, and if this has inspired you to go on a solo trip, to come to Prague, to pour love into yourself, do it. I promise you, you will never regret pouring that love into yourself. You will never regret taking time out for you. You will never regret showing up for you. It's a real beautiful thing. All right, let's do the final little bit of exploring, shall we? Lots of love, honeys. Mwah. Alright, stunners, I thought I'd do a voiceover for these last few clips as I just really wanted to soak up my last few hours exploring Prague. Here's me saying goodbye to my gorgeous apartment, and then I just really went out for a wander and just letting my feet take me wherever I wanted to go. I managed to get myself a magnet, of course in the shape of a butterfly, and I always like to get some prints as well from a new place that I've visited. Then I found myself in this beautiful shopping mall, finally bought these trousers from Mango that I was obsessed with, and the weather was just so beautiful. Of course, I ended up finding myself by some water. You guys know she always comes back to the water. And then I found this place on the map. It was called the Metronome. And I was like, that's a big music thing, keeps in time, beats, you know, that kind of vibe. So I was like, sod it, let's go see it. Now, I started climbing all these set of stairs, and let me tell you, it was so worth it. That's the Metronome behind me there. And honestly, the more I kept walking, the more beautiful this place got. Look at these gorgeous colours. Honestly, autumn was really giving. I have no idea where I was at this point, but as I say, I just kept walking, and the more I walked, the more beautiful it got. I was having all these main character moments, as I say, just soaking it all up, living in my best dream life. Look at that. I think I had many an emotional moment. You're probably going to see it in a second, where I was just staring at this view and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it I was here, I couldn't believe I was living this, witnessing this, and it just felt like a real serendipitous moment because I wasn't even meant to be there. And then I finally decided to make my way back down that hill and wandered back into the old town centre and found myself at the library, and I saw this on TikTok. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like the Mirror Tower or something like that. But it's beautiful. It's literally just this stack of books and it looks endless. Or maybe it's called the Infinity Tower. That's it, I think. And then I ended up back at Charles Bridge, which again felt like a full circle moment because I started my trip exploring Charles Bridge and it was nice to see it in daylight. Thought one more chimney cake for the road, why not? And then it was time to get my taxi. I was actually quite concerned in this taxi because I was a little bit late, but it got me to the airport on time, and yeah, then it was time to say goodbye to Prague. Shout out to the lovely little girl named Ingrid who'd made me this butterfly and let me take it home with me. Again, another example of the serendipity that this day was just soaked in. I'm going to remember this for a really long time.
Thank you so much, Donners, for listening and watching my Prague adventure. I hope this inspires you to go out on a solo adventure, whether it's for your birthday or just because you are worthy of it. As I've said many a time in this vlog, go pour that love into yourself and see that ripple effect outwards. I can't wait to see wherever it is that you are heading, and yeah, make a vlog out of it too. I can't wait to watch it. Anyways, loves, thank you so much for being here. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Who knows where she's off to next? Alright, stunners, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Butterfly Effect podcast. I hope it has left you feeling suitably inspired. And as always, please don't forget to rate and review, like and subscribe, all those lovely things, as not only does this help the podcast grow, but it also helps us to reach more beautiful souls who need to hear these conversations. And of course, come hang out with me over on Instagram and TikTok at LaurenAmyYD, and follow the pod at butterflyeffect.pod. You can also dive deeper into yoga, meditations, poetry, and so much more with me over on Patreon. Until next time, keep living a soft life loudly because you know you deserve it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Mwah!